Holy crap, guys. I have had a day, and it's just getting started. Even though it's now 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's just getting started. Let me adjust this a bit. I woke up this morning, for some reason, after I did my State of Decay 2 recordings, tried to get on here and do some stuff. Some video I'd already scheduled to upload had been deleted, and my sound drivers, I guess, were no longer functioning. I couldn't get my headsets to work. Had to reinstall a bunch of drivers. Finally got the headsets working again. Tried to do a recording, realized the sound was completely muffled. Had to spend about an hour or so tweaking to get the right sound drivers for the microphone installed. It seems to be right now. I am trying a few different techniques in recording today. I don't know if the voice is going to sound different. I don't know if it's going to sound better. I don't know if it's going to sound worse. We're going to have to see. Today was a day of messing around with crap. And on that note, give me half a second. Anyways, let's ignore my sound issues, which have apparently been repaired after hours and hours of labor, and get to what we're recording today. I was trying to figure out what to do next. I think I said at the tail end of the sCthangband video, we're going to move on to sCthangband now. It seems like the right thing to do. When else are we going to have a chance to compare and contrast so directly with the game we just finished playing? So a brief history lesson, and this will be a slightly inaccurate history lesson because I don't know the exact details, but roughly accurate. As you know, Dean Anderson is the gentleman who created sCthangband. Dean Anderson worked on it until version 4.0 or so. I guess it says right there, 4.0, which would have been roughly around 2000, maybe 1999, maybe 2000, in that region. At that point, Dean switched the game away from having a class and race-based system to one where you have skills that improve with use, I think, or at least skills, a skill-based system. Upon finishing that entire load of work, which I guess took a lot of effort, he decided he didn't like his end result. He didn't like his own game anymore. And rather than undo everything he did, he instead said, hey, who wants to take over ownership of sCthangband? At which point David Thornley stepped up to bat and took control. Dean Anderson then moved on to create YeekBand, and after YeekBand, I believe, I may have the order here reversed, then worked on Hellband. When Hellband was finished, which Hellband we loved, YeekBand I liked, Hellband I frickin' loved. Around 2015, I think, Dean had a hankering to work on sCthangband again and took back control of the program, and since 2015 till now, till as recently as October of 2021, last update went up that I can see, has been working on that game again. Let's step back to roughly 2000-2001. So David Thornley had taken over the game. He put out a single patch which brought sCthangband from 4.0 to 4.1, and then David Thornley disappeared. Kieran Dunbar then stepped up with that version and turned it into sCthangband, which is the version we are exploring. So Angband became Zangband, Zangband became sCthangband, sCthangband became sCthangband 4.1. Now sCthangband is version 6.6, but from 4.1 we've branched off to sCthangband, a new family tree. What is this about? I think it's basically the sCthangband 4.1, but the skills system is intact. And as I understand it, your skills will improve with use. I'm interpreting that to mean like a la, let me turn this up a bit, a la, frickin' the Elder Scrolls. That's what I'm picturing it to mean. I don't know if that means that. Let's find out. All right, let's dive into this game and see what the hell happens. Let's try and file new. We're gonna figure this out alongside together, the way we always do. Quick start? No quick start for us. Please answer the following question. No. We want to be male. All right, well, right here we can see a little bit of a difference. I mean, we did have Cyclops in sCthangband. What the hell's a Broo? Did you notice Broo in sCthangband? I didn't. Most of the rest of these are there. Matter of fact, all the rest of these might be. Let's look at a Broo just because I don't recall it being there. Whoops. I didn't say yeek. You son of a bitch. I didn't say yeek. I pressed down on a keyboard. Let's escape from this. Can we do that? Let's kill this entirely. And let's launch it again. I tried to file new. I tried to tell it. Get out of here. So you can't cycle through. If I press B, is it going to give me details of a Broo, or is it just going to be a Broo? I don't know what the hell a Broo is. All right, guys, I don't know what a Broo is, but we're playing one. Please answer the following questions. And many will also accept special responses, including quit. Ask to restart. Alright, well, we're a Broo now. Whatever that means. We have a bunch of things we can be. An adventurer, a swashbuckler, a gladiator, a warrior monk, a zen monk, an assassin, ranger, shaman, minecrafter, wizard, warlock, power weaver, or tourist. I hate the tourist. I hate the idea of it. I think it came out of, it came out of NetHack, but there's a comedic set of books. I have the first one, The Color of Magic, maybe it's called. I can't think of the gentleman who wrote it. It's all about a tourist. Incidentally, it was made into a made-for-TV movie or limited series a few years back with Sean Astin in the lead. I loved Sean Astin in The Lord of the Rings. As a matter of fact, he was literally my very favorite actor in the entirety of that series. I thought his portrayal of Samwise Gamgee was the best performance in that series, bar none. I hated him as the tourist in whatever the hell the work this was. Anyways, we're not going to play a tourist. Let's try a gladiator. I don't know what the hell that is. Let's just try a fucking gladiator and see what happens. We're Drew Dash. Drew Dash, the Broo gladiator. With fighting superb, bows and throw excellent, etc. We have 34 points left. We haven't even started this process. We already have those stats. Or we can do what is this? Press F to save, press L to load. There's no way to roll. We have to spend our points. Alright. It's looking like I can press S to increase strength. Let's do that. I'm going to guess a gladiator's going to want some strength. He's going to want some constitution. He's going to want some dexterity. Let's get all these to 16. I can't put my dexterity any higher. Apparently that's the highest that Drew Dash, the Broo gladiator, can go. Put our constitution higher, though. I'm guessing we're just going to be a big muscle-bound brute. Not guessing. I'm deliberately crafting a big muscle-bound brute. There we go. That's our dude. Alright, let's press... I guess we could have pressed A to roll there. Escape. Done. sCthangband. Hello, and welcome to sCthangband. As you have now created a character, you may be wondering what you should do next. The game will place your character in a town, the name of which is printed below the main map display. There will be a variety of shops here which offer etc. It's telling us basic tips on how to start the game. That's kind of cool. You don't see that often in an Angband variant. You can leave the town by etc. Or going down the stairs, etc. The latter is recommended at first. So it's suggesting, unlike, say, Tome 2, which I've been playing a lot lately, don't go to the wilderness first, go into the dungeon first. Alright, let's press... Why do we want to press 2, 8, or 6? Oh, I see we can go down. Let's try 2. Oh, we can scroll like this. Once you feel strong enough to brave the wilderness, you should first examine the world map to find the various dungeons and towers which are scattered around it. So we do have, again, just like Scythangband, we have multiple towns, multiple dungeons. You can explore the sewers under one of the other towns, or some of the shallower dungeons and towers. You should avoid the more dangerous dungeons at first. I don't know how we tell which one that is, as there are likely to be powerful monsters lurking nearby. One important point on which Scythangband differs from most similar games is the speed system. Instead of a monster and a player at +0 speed having alternate turns for almost any action, the speed of both parties also depends on what action each performs. More details are given here. It looks like here is highlighted, but I can't click it, of course. Can I? No. What do you think this is? You read further instructions in the main menu, which can normally be found by pressing question mark. Yeah, we know that. You may like to do so, even if you think you know it will be there. Some things have changed. I guess we're going to have to do that, guys. One final warning, there are some powerful monsters out there which are hazardous to look at, and some which can even call on others to avenge themselves from beyond the grave. That's interesting. That's the end of that. Let's press escape. So we're in I think Dilithleen. Probably the same as the town that we were in the last Scythangband game we played. We were playing somewhat a similar character. Once again, we get the mysterious "you feel different, you change" notification right off the bat. Disgusting warts appear everywhere on you. Alright, so apparently we're a warty son of a bitch. We have spell points 1. I don't know what CH is. No idea. Life and Wild, don't know what that is. LE? Any thoughts on that? No idea what that is. We do have 100 gold. Let's look at our inventory. We started with a ring of free action. That's pretty cool. Given our one dude in sCthangband got killed by a floating eye right away, this should help with that. Let's wield some stuff here. Let's wield E. Let's wield D. I guess that's that. What else do we have here? I don't know, guys. What do you think the H is? Let's go see what some of this stuff is. Hall of Records, okay. Could buy a house. Nothing we want here, I'm sure. Not sure. Relatively sure. Severus the Mindcrafter. Food and shit in the eye. Eye for in, maybe? Pawnbroker, ain't gonna help us none. You can see in the top right corner 30,000 and 8,500. I'm not sure what the discrepancy is there, but I think 30,000 or 8,500, one of the two, is how much money this person actually has in case you were trying to sell shit. We don't need any spell books, that's for sure. So 9's a bookshop, as per always. Nothing we want or need here. Don't know what a geode is. Can we look at that? Examine a geode. It contains the following spells. That's interesting, isn't it? I don't know what you do with a geode. Don't need any weapons. We're fine with what we got, I think, unless there's a bow or something. Could get a bow and some arrows. But we can't... Well... We could get a bow and 18 arrows. Let's do that. Let's purchase H. 1. Yup. And let's purchase B. 18. No, I guess not. We can get 9, can't we? No. I wouldn't have got it if I'd have thought that. Let's get 9. There you go. Let's wield D. We do see there is a wielding and a shooting column for what we can have equipped, but I don't see a digging column, so I don't think we have that access to that. Unfortunately, which may mean a lot of swapping back and forth at some point. And let's just dive in and see what the hell this is all about. Alright. Alright, well, we're dealing with it. I backstabbed him, that's new. Alright, so we, let me have my cat out first, who is apparently dissatisfied with my company. Come on out here, bug. There you go. The backstab thing, I don't know if that's a function of the gladiatorial status, or if that's, you know, something new with this particular bizarre variant. I don't know. Alright. Let's wield a D. I didn't see what that said, did you? The blink, oh, you got blinking dots again. There's no sound effects in this one, which is fine. Totally black potion. Totally. Oh my god, that's an early thing to be dealing with, but we seem to be dealing with it just fine. Alright, well, that was easy enough. I don't think I've ever had a character start with this level of hit points. Let's see if we can see anything about our character here. There's no, it looks like this predates descriptors, right? I'm not seeing any sort of family history or... What is H to change mode? What do you think? Let's try it. Oh, here you go. Oh, it did talk about, you know, skills and that sort of thing. As you can see right here, we have these various skills. Everyman skills we're doing all right in. It looks like we have nothing in the hermetic skills, which I'm assuming are sort of magical bullshit. Specialist skills, I guess we got a tiny bit in that. I don't know. we'll have to figure out how to get that stuff working. Keep pressing H here to go cycle through this various categories. Looks like we have immunity to sound for some reason, or resistance to sound, and only sound, and confusion. It looks like sound and confusion we have resistance to. Regeneration, there's a marking there. Don't know what that means. What is all this stuff? Ignore electricity, ignore cold. It looks like we might have in that. PRM curse. Do you have any idea what that is? PRM? Prime? I don't know. I don't know, man. That's enough. Oh, here we get a description. If you cycle through far enough, all we have is that. Chaos. Oh, chaos features. That's something new with this, isn't it? As far as I can tell. Maybe not. -2 charisma, +5 armor class. That's pretty cool. I don't mind warts in that regard. Oh my god, I just realized that we were actually in a spot of trouble here. There we go. So I see one thing I just noticed. You can't look at objects that are not in your field of view. You can't cycle the look command over to it, you know. This particular variant, unlike sCthangband, which we were just looking at, went defunct a long time ago. The last I can see, this is version 1.0.18. The last I can see it was updated, I think, was 2004. It might have been as early as, we can't tell through that, can we? Oh, we can. It might have been as early as 2001. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. I could find the code for more recent, but not the game itself more recent. So I think it was 2004. And I could not find it properly online anymore. So I will include a link to the archive RL, which is probably the only place you can find. That's where I grabbed my version from. But it does seem to be the most current version. So that should be fine. Wood-plated wand? I'm getting some descriptors we haven't seen before. I don't know if that counts as like enough to be like, wow, that's interesting, but totally black I've never seen. Wood-plated I've never seen. You cruelly stabbed the helpless sleeping newt. Okay, there you go. There's again a bit of a description about what we did. I don't know how it matters or differs from any other attack, but grid bugs. Get a lot of scrolls and potions. We're certainly finding a slime mold with a U. Different spelling. For what that's worth, let's eat it. Alright, we're full. That might be the British/Canadian spelling. I don't know. I've seen that spelling before. But I don't know if it's a typo in terms of it. Oh, where did you come from? A typo in terms of his application right now, in terms of this type of mold. You know what that means, or if it is just an alternate spelling. I am Canadian, but I don't spell it that way, so I don't know. Maybe I'm spelling it the American way, traditionally. A hemlock twig. You've never seen that before, have you? I haven't. Certainly finding new items. Is it set up to tell us? Still don't know what LE is. Do we level up? Maybe you don't level up. Let's look at our character again. Experience, well, we have 617. LE might be what we need to go up. It might be saying we gotta get to 1,000 and we have 617. That's possible. In which case the experience is on a very, very different scale than you usually see it. Noteworthy, I suppose. Character's birthday is the 31st of May. Is there a 31st of May? I'm terrible with months. I'm just looking at my calendar right now to see if there actually is a... Yeah, I guess there is. Oh, come on, get out of here. Alright, back to it. Bunch of jackals, not a problem. I did not, I will triple check. I did not see, well, here, we can look at this. Sure, help for new players. Let's look and see. It did say to look at this. Okay, but that's the same thing we saw before. Only curious, guys. Dean Anderson, me. So this is stuff that Dean Anderson wrote. This is not... Dean Anderson did not make this. Wow, this is a fascinating, fascinating document, regardless of its usefulness to what we're doing right now. I'll tell you what. Let's even get to 1,000 experience, and if we do that and it hasn't leveled up, we'll try and figure out what's going on next. We're pretty good at stabbing things while they sleep, as I suppose anybody would be. We're having some success with that, I'm saying. Another point of interest to me, something I've talked about before when recording other stuff here. Even sCthangband, which is actually a very, as far as I can determine, a casual observation, seems to be a very popular variant. I've commented before that I find it odd how few recordings there are on some of these bigger variants. There's only one other recording in the entirety of the internet on sCthangband, and it's a 6-minute video, silent, I think, 6-minute silent video on it running on a Commodore Amiga. So very, very old video as well, but nothing else. And on sCthangband, there's never been a video, as far as I can tell. There's not one in the entirety of the internet. So we are, despite the very clear lack of knowledge I have of what's going on, this is the... You heard it here first, folks. Is I guess the catchphrase of this channel at this point, because everything we're recording, you're hearing it here first, even though it's based on 20, 30, 40-year-old properties. There's nothing else on these subjects on the net, which I find bizarre. I'm surely not the only person who ever had an interest in these, clearly, based on the viewership. And surely not the only person who possesses a headset and the ability to record video with an interest in these. God, I can't pick this thing to save my life. There we go. Well, that was useful. We do need to eventually get a pick, obviously. We managed to actually collect a fair amount of money down here right now. We can go back up and get a pick or something in a second. Be our next investment. Still not at 1,000. What happened to us? Why do we have a lower hit point? Oh, we killed something invisible. I'm hoping that when we do level up, that is when the most obvious distinctions between this and its predecessor will become apparent, so we can start commenting / admiring that, commenting on it and admiring that, because right now it is feeling pretty standard, aside from the possible distinction about the race we're playing, which I don't think existed in sCthangband base. Or sCthangband Modern, I guess, more to the point. That's it, eh? Well, let's get the funk out of here. Is there anything in the top left corner over there? Maybe. Let's go look. Can we get a feeling? Is that possible? So we're back to Control F. As we know, Mr. Anderson revamped a lot of the command sets, etc., in his variant to pick up on what he was doing with sCthangband, which was oh fuck me, look at that. Let's get out of here. Which was an attempt to simplify for newer players the way things work. But we're of course not precisely a newer player, so I found it more annoying to have to start relearning what we've learned than helpful. But here it's back to its old self, so that's cool. How about J? Let's take a look at this. There you go. Just wait. We're going to take 5 minutes. You skip ahead until you don't see this wall of text if you don't want. But we might as well just see what the distinction is, because it seems to be written right here. So rather than hypothesizing and trying to figure it out for ourselves, we can see right here. So let's go down to the base of this and see what. I don't feel. I'll read that in between on my own time. Let's look at this though, the skill system. In sCthangband, or maybe sCthangband, because it does say sCthangband. Oh, of course. Again, Mr. Anderson at 4.0 changed it to the skill system, and Mr. Thorsley, I've forgotten already, continued with it, and now the gentleman who made this continued with it again. So yeah, okay, in sCthangband, most of your character's talents and aptitudes are measured as skills. You have 27 skills in total, every of which is a percentage. 12 of these skills are classed as everyman skills. As the name implies, everyone possesses these skills to some degree. The other 15 skills are specialist. You do not have any score in these unless you started as a template that gives you 1 or you have practiced. Each time you use a skill, a count is kept. Oh, that's cool. When you have used a skill enough times, it will be tested. If you fail this test, your skill will increase by 1 point, i.e. a skill of 25% has a 75% chance of failure in the test, and therefore a 75% chance of increasing. That makes sense. So the greater your skill, the less likely you are to level it up again. It's harder to level up as something you're already an expert at. It's harder to go to mastery from expertise than it is to go from not knowing a single thing to knowing the basics. As someone who's currently moderately putting effort into learning Japanese, I can attest that it's much easier to learn the basics than it is to start specializing in more the linguistic depths. However, if you are bored, then you will not learn from your practice. In the case of combat magical skills, you will only learn when there is a significant chance of failure, and for the toughness skill to keep improving, you must take more and more damage. In any case, the environment that you are in plays a large part. Skills can never be increased in the town. Practicing there just does not give the adrenaline rush. Indeed, as your skills get higher, you will find that you need to go deeper and deeper into more perilous dungeons to keep your interest. This is kind of interesting. I like this. The number of times a skill needs to be used before it is tested varies from skill to skill. Some are easier to learn than others, and your experience factor is also taken into account. Your experience factor is used as a direct percentage, e.g. with an experience factor of 100, your toughness skill is checked every 5 times you take damage, whatever that means, okay? If you're okay, etc. Your specific pertinent details are not helping right now because I don't know what your system is precisely. For example, it doesn't matter how good you are at close combat, it will not help your mind crafting skill. Of course, I understand that. So use the skills to improve. That makes sense. Gray and orange skills only appear if they are drained, for instance by a special monster attack. Skills which this character has never used are always displayed in white. Kinda cool. Alright, once again, we'll take a look at some of this later. Let's go back for a second, though, to here and press H. We are using I assume a slashing weapon, the broadsword, so probably we're upping that through combat. But perception, searching, item sensing, why is it yellow? I'm not sure. Well, we'll keep an eye on the screen. I don't know if it'll tell us, like when we pick locks, is that improving our disarming potentially? Just keep an eye on things to see if they're going up in general. For now, let's go back out of here. We want to get a pick and find out what some of these things are. I should have tested the damned wand. Let's go buy our pick first. Purchase. There you go. L. Oh my god, is that pricey? That's a magical pick. We don't want that. Nothing. We want a standard crappy pick. Yup. Let's try wielding it, guys, and see if there is a digging slot. No, okay. So when you want to use it, you actually have to swap back and forth, a la, earlier versions of Moria, say. We also want to go. Is this our home? Do we actually have a home to start? No, door's locked. Gotta buy that, of course. We need that. Now that I think about it. Let's sell him some scrolls here. Except one? Oh, God, it doesn't give us much, does it? More or less an identification process is all this is. What do you think a twig is? Well, we're not going to find out, are we? It didn't tell us anything about it. Let's examine it. Oh, it contains spells. That's too bad. I wonder if we could have used it in any way. And we got one for it. Let's try C. Apple juice. Fuck off. Alright, well, we learned a lot there anyway. What's a big P? Right. What was the other thing we wanted to do, if anything? Maybe buy a hair more food. Raving Lunatic exists here. Maybe buy a lantern. Can we afford it? Yeah. Alright, there you go. Let's go back in. Still, as far as I can tell, character level 1. Still at 913 there. Let's wield the damned lantern for now. See if it improves our light. Yeah, there we go. I see 2 squares now. It's a bit better, isn't it? So the skill system is, I think, the primary discrepancy between this variant and sCthangband itself. I love it conceptually, that's for sure. You're too afraid. I'm not afraid. As soon as we get near it, we're just fucking terrified. Let's just leave it alone. Or fire at it. Did we kill it? Kill it with one hit. Yeah, I'm definitely intrigued with the basic concept of improving your skills. Like that's one of the things I love about the Elder Scrolls series is that. So perhaps I will come to enjoy this. But if I can't really casually see the progress, I may not. So we're gonna have to see how well it indicates that you're leveling up those things, etc. Ah, for God's sakes. It encourages you to try out different techniques and stuff, or to specialize, I suppose. But if we want to keep a broad base of knowledge, we're gonna have to start diversifying our attacks, etc. What weapons we're using. For now, though, no. Like, is that one of them? Is that on here? Tunneling? No, that's not a thing. Perhaps with the twig we could have used it maybe as hedge magic. If we had kept that twig, maybe we could have got that going up. I don't recall what our slashing weapons was a minute ago. It's 46 now. Is that better than it was? And 48 for stabbing. Missiles at 28. 46 for... I'm going to write this down. In order, the 3 pertinent numbers I want to keep track of. And by I'm going to write this down, I mean I'm going to wish I could write this down, lacking a pen. I do have a highlighter. Let me write it down on a highlighter. I'll just write down 46, 48, and 28. We'll check back at the end of the video and see if those things that we're commonly using have gone up at all. You know? And meanwhile, we are... we're above 1,000. But LE is still saying 1,000. So what experience means in the traditional sense, I don't know. Is it... If skills are purely based on usage... I mean, did we get more hit points or something? Did we pass a certain threshold? I'm not seeing it as such, but maybe we haven't reached it yet. It's not telling us here, unless I'm not observing it, which is entirely possible, what we need to progress to the next level, if there are next levels, is what I'm saying. And if not, then what is experience for? Experience factor is 140, so it makes a difference what we played. We had 2 attacks per round, apparently. Man, +7 to hit, +7 to damage. I mean, we are quite the fighter. Got a random scroll. Flask of oil is good. Let's use these damn wands next thing we see. Let's use it right now. Aim. The wood-plated wand at the white harpy. You failed to use it properly. Well, I'm not surprised. Let's kill it. We'll only use it if they're at a distance. We'll keep trying, though. Maybe we'll eventually get it to work. Our devices skill, is that on here? Yeah, 16%. Maybe we have a 16% chance of successfully wielding it for now. But if we keep wielding these things, maybe eventually it'll go up. Did it say it worked there? I don't know if it worked or not. You are struck by electricity. Kill these things manually for now. Have we learned what this does? We tried it, but we don't know what it does. Let's try the steel wand next. Sticking around this level for now, guys. We're still getting a feeling for, you know, even what we're doing and whether or not we are leveling up or whatnot. You know. I don't want to progress so fast that we, you know, go deeper than we should be, faster than we should. Alright, aim. A steel wand at that dude. Hey, hit him with something. It just says tried, though. It doesn't give us any sort of sense of what it did. Really? We saw it in action and everything. Aim. G. He looks healthier. Alright, well, we know what it is then. Aim. The other G. Okay, that's just... For some reason we're figuring it out now. I don't know what the hell... Why it wasn't working properly before, but there we go. Did that help our... 46, 48, 28. That's the same. Devices, I didn't note it before. Let's write that down as well. 16. See if that's ever changes as we go about using shit. If it will help it, I'll even use the heal monster thing or the monster health thing. I don't care. If it'll help me get my device skill up. Oops. Got a new one to try out. Certainly finding loot quite readily, maybe more readily than we do neat that it has in brackets here useless. It's inscribed with the word useless to show us that it's useless. I mean, I don't mean the physical shard of pottery has... Nobody's taken a magic Sharpie to it and written useless, but you know what I'm saying. How are we doing here for exploration? A little more to go. Like, let's try and pick this thing. Let's keep trying to pick them so we can get the disarming skill up, hopefully. Assuming that's what skill it uses. Let's aim a cast iron wand at the novice rogue. Don't know what it did for some reason. Let's do it again. Did that work? I think it automatically has aim at the last guy you targeted. Let's fire our arrow at him instead. Alright, he's dead. Let's aim the cast iron wand. Looks like it beamed through. Maybe it got the shrieker too. I'm not sure. Still don't know what it's doing for some reason. I'm intrigued with this, guys. What the hell? I was trying to... I'm intrigued, but I'm also confused by some of the things, like why it's suddenly telling us, hey, you know what this did, and then you didn't know what this did, and I don't know. There's probably a simple explanation. Maybe we usually when it tells you tried but doesn't tell you what what the result of that try was, usually what that means is that the effect that was the outcome is not readily apparent. So maybe the first time we tried that thing and it slowed a monster down, we didn't see the monster then move, so we couldn't detect that it was slowed. Aiming eye again. Still do not know what it does. You know what that does? We're getting so many goddamn wands, it's just staggering. Be a good time to be a mage. Yeah, just like in Elder Scrolls, when you encounter early on in the game, you encounter a locked door and you're thrilled because it's like, oh, I can practice my lock picking. That's what I am feeling about every single locked door we're coming across now. What the hell is that? Are we wearing any sort of on your body? No, let's wear that then. Let's wear the robe. Better than nothing. Really use the robe? Yeah. Alright. Seriously? You? Oh, fuck me, eh? Is that the Rat King again? King Rat. A large black rat. He's the leader of the pack. Leader of the pack. You think we'll be able to get through to him? These guys. Oh, there we go. Let's target him first to make sure we have appropriate person targeted. Okay, he's targeted. Fire P. Fire P. Fire. Oh, he's gone. I wanted to kill him off. Fire P. Here, we killed him. Get the arrow back. Maybe one of our last. Can we get through these guys? Do you think it's possible? Maybe not with our current health. And now it's too late. Now there's a million of them. Yeah, it's too late. There was something up there I wanted to grab, but it's a lost cause, I think, for the moment. Got another 15 minutes in this, guys, and we'll call it quits with our first episode of sCthangband. As I said, I'm intrigued. Just, I'm only intrigued. I'm marginally intrigued. Cautiously intrigued. You know what? Let's crank this intrigue a level higher. Get an immediate level feeling. Look at that. I don't know if we can take him. Here he comes, so let's fire on him. Aim I. Oh, it did it automatically hit? Is he slowed? He's written in yellow. Does that mean he's slowed? Or we're killing him easy. Alright. Couple of short bows. A lot of loot. Oh, I killed an invisible dude. If anyone knows what a Broo is referenced to as well, is that a character from a comic? Like what? I don't recognize it as from any given mythology. Is it something he made up? Is it something Lovecraftian? Is it something unique to an IP that somebody decided, hey, that'd be fun to have in a variant? I don't know. If you know the answer to what a Broo is or where it came from, let me know. How we doing now, man? Our experience is almost 2,000. Are we supposed to be doing something with this? So suspend our experience, for instance? Some more, like item sensing, disarming, and martial arts are still highlighted. Why? Why? 46, 48, 28, that remains the same. Devices 16 remains the same. Am I supposed... Oh, shit, that hurts. Am I supposed to highlight some of these like I want to train or something? What is this? Close combat, slashing weapons. A skill determines your chance to hit an opponent when fighting with one of the following weapons. Axes, so swords. Checked every 10 uses. You telling me we've used it certainly more than 10 times a swing and we never rolled higher than a 46? Is this what you're telling me? Devices are checked every use. The skill indicates your knowledge of magical devices, determines your chance of being successful with a wand, staff, or rod. We've certainly used it several times successfully. Are you telling me we've never rolled a 16 or higher on D100? That's mathematically possible, but it's very, very, very unlikely. I don't know, man. Like, why are these numbers not climbing? Drew Dash. I don't know, guys. I'm a bit, I like the warts thing. That's kind of neat. I'm a bit concerned that the system may not be working properly. I mean, it's the central aspect of the game. I can't imagine it would have been released and revamped if the basics aren't working. Each time you use a skill, a count is kept. When you've used a skill enough times, it will be tested. If you fail this test, your skill will increase by 1 point, i.e. a skill of 25% has a 75% chance of failure in the test, and therefore a 75% chance of increasing. Again, if we go to, unless it's a function of being a Broo, you can't improve or something, I don't know. Devices, 16%, that's what I wrote down. We've used wand several times and not seen it go up. I am concerned, guys. I believe I understand the system. I believe I'm intrigued by the system. I like the idea of it. But if I like the idea and the idea doesn't work, then I like the concept that hasn't actually been brought into play, you know? if you have played this variant, and I doubt many have. I mean, people were... Let's wear that. People didn't seem to have played sCthangband, let alone this weird variant. But maybe you have. I mean, if you've been around for a while, it was popular. Was it popular? I don't know. Let's wear this. Yes. Oh, the robe is good, though. The weight of your armor disrupts your balance. Interesting. Not seen that in a while. Let's put on the robe again. Let's just wear that for now. I guess we have to get our combat skills up or something. Or something. Or it just means it has -1 to hit, right? You feel the cloak you're wearing on your back is good. You feel more able... Okay, there you go. We've seen it go up. You feel more able to judge items, 44% to 45%. That's great. But we've never seen that for any other thing yet. Let's take another look at something here before we move on. Alright, let's go down here for a second. 12 are every man. As the name implies, everyone possesses these skills to some degree. The other 15 are specialists. You do not have any score in these unless you started as a template that gave you one or you've practiced. CH. Devices is an everyman skill. We did have a point, so I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm weirded out. Look how small this level is. Made a very small level. Let's go back up. It does say if you're bored, it won't improve your score. So maybe we have to go to a deeper level. Maybe some of this shit just won't happen unless we go deeper. You feel the short bows in your pack is average. What was the other thing I wanted to do here, guys? I have no recollection. So soft-studded leather is uncursed. Can we examine it? I examine? Not every key has a function, you idiot. You idiot. I don't know what the 1D1 means either. It means this, I don't know what that means. You know what that means? Well, let's check again. Assuming disarming is the skill being used here. Well, we can check that, can't we? Question mark. Skills. Summary of skill system. Let's go down until we find disarming. Toughness, devices, resistance, perception, searching, disarming. This skill determines your chance of successfully disarming traps and picking locks. Checked every use. So as I understand it, if we successfully pick this, we have a 90% chance the skill levels up. And yet it did not. The only explanation I have is we have to go deeper. Let's bring some stuff back to the surface. Go up the first, no room. Screw you and your no room. Let's... I don't know. Let's drop K. Get this. Go up the first thing we can, get rid of the equipment we're carrying, and then the next episode of this thing will come down. We'll try and dive down to like level 3, 4, 5. I don't know, something deeper to more challenge ourselves, because that's all I've got as a thought process here. Aim N * T. Once again, we tried it. We saw it zap him. It did its job. We just have no clue what that job was. I don't know. Find me a staircase, guys. I'm hungry. The other mystery I mentioned, let's pick this up. You have no room for a set of leather gloves. I have room on my hands. So let's drop W. 22 of them, in fact. Not 222 of them. Let's get this. Let's wear these. Really? Your covered hands feel unsuitable for spellcasting. I don't care. I ain't spellcasting shit. The other mystery situation I was faced with today. At 9 a.m. I went to the Rogue Love channel to make sure that the newest sCthangband video, which is now up, had gone up. Only it hadn't. It had been scheduled for 9 a.m. today. The Angband ones I'm doing like the day before and scheduling for the next day is what I've been doing for the last little bit. But it was not up. So my assumption, it actually said it was a deleted video. My best guess as to what happened is at some point yesterday, Kiri sat on my keyboard. It could be Lenius too, but more likely it's her. She likes sitting on keyboards. And somehow managed to delete that file, which may have been open in a window somewhere. Not the file, but the uploaded version of it on YouTube. And managed to somehow screw up my device settings for the audio. That's the best I can think of, because all I know is the computer got screwed up in both those strange capacities today. So that's my best guess. Let's take a look at something here. We have +7 to hit. Let's wear the soft studded leather. Doesn't say anything about that. It just disrupts your balance. I don't know what that means. We've never seen that quote in another Angband variant. Let's put it back on the robe because it's good anyway. Alright, let's see what K does. Yes for 1. I didn't see what it was, did you? Treasure detection, got it. Well, we'll know it in the future when we find it. Let's see if we can sell these things for more than 1. Just still 1, even though we know what it is. Yeah, I don't want to carry that. It might be because our it might be because our charisma is so low. Am I selling the right things? I don't have these things. Sell. Asterisk. Asterisk. I mean, let's keep the Wand of Magic Missile on slow. Let's find out what the Cast Iron Wand is. We're not figuring it out on our own anyway. Yeah. We'll know it in the future. You bastard. It's a haste monster, so I guess it's good that we didn't successfully use that. Yeah, I guess we're selling that for 1. There's no point in us bringing stuff back to the surface to sell, guys. We're either too ugly to get any money out of it, or I guess there's a point in these things. Probably get 20. We get 1 each. Can't go less than that. Either we're too ugly, or it's just a function of this version of the game that everything always sells for 1. So it's better than giving it away, but not much better. God damn it, sell. All we have are these. Let's sell them for 2. Yeah, I don't want them. Alright, what else can we sell here? Let's get rid of this other short bow. Let's go get some more arrows. And I guess let's get rid of the soft studded leather for now. Fucking street urchins. They're swarming me. They're actually hurting me. Where the foolhardy adolescent was. Just trying to see if they stole anything from me. Whoa. They just begged for money. That's all it was. Saw the word money. I'm like, did they take my money? They just begged for it. And instead I gave them the sweet release of death. How about a hard leather cap? Oh, do we have anything on our head? No. Let's get something on our head. What if we try wielding M? Really use a short bow? Yeah. Alright, well the old one was just uncursed, so if the new one's good, we'll find out in due course. And if it's not, then we'll find that out in due course. The unbalanced thing is not a minus to hit or anything. There's nothing written here. It must have to do with, I'm going to guess our basic combat skill or something. I don't freaking know, guys. This is confusing. Nothing else to sell here. Drop in, for God's sakes. Why we got a broken bone on us? Sell this short bow. Probably for 1. And do you have any arrows, man? Give me some arrows. You have 4. Better than nothing. Let's make sure we're good with this. We got lots of food. We got lots of flasks of oil. We got all these potions. Let's get rid of them. I know we're going to get 1 for each, but whatever. We can at least find out. You have nothing that I want. Well, where do we sell these fucking things then? So my leather gloves are average. The bow is average. He'll buy it for some reason. Alright. Maybe the other guy was filled? I don't know. We're getting 2 for it now. Oh, he's a Broo. That's why. This guy himself is a Broo, so he'll buy things at better prices, I'm guessing. Maybe not. Well, that's that. Look at the price of their door and stair location scrolls. 138. Again, is that a function of my... That may be for all 4. I don't know. Even the potions that cure light wounds are like 60. Let's go to here. Let's call it quits for now, guys. Control X. Saving game done. Let me know your thoughts so far. I am a little confused. I seem to understand the skill system, and then the skill system is not working properly. But maybe we have to dive to a certain depth. What is the experience for? We don't seem to have a character level, and yet there is an experience modifier. What the fuck's the experience for in the first place? What are we doing with that? I don't have a clue. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you know. Let me know if you can point me to some place that'll tell me, other than in this game, which I can look at in my own time. That's it. I'm done. I'll be back hopefully tomorrow with more sCthangband, which I hope is Skthul. That meant cool.